Saw grit, saw toughness, saw execution, saw winners. Just saw guys that really wanted this tournament, wanted the game, I should say. Obviously, we know we want to win the tournament, but saw guys that just really got together, total team effort, and pulled together to get a win against a very tough team.
Great. Questions for the players?
Hey, Tyrese. So many big shots you've made in these last 2 days. Has there been any one bigger than the and one on the three-point shot where you were fouled? And they had just gone on like a 4-0, quick 4-0 thing to cut your lead from 11 to 7, and the momentum is swinging, and you hit that shot and then hit the free throw. Like, has there been a bigger shot in the last 2 days than that one for you?
I don't know. Maybe the shot my freshman year to send us to the Sweet 16, maybe. I don't know. But, no, I'm just really playing in the moment for real, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyrese, wanted to follow up right here. Wanted to follow up on that. You've had 7 career games now with 4 or more threes, and 3 of them have come in your first 3 games, the first 6 games you've been with Memphis this season. What is enabling you to have this 3-point success, 12 now, in the last 2 games?
Just my confidence, putting in the work. I know when I came to this program, just talking with Penny, is like, man, you're shooting good, but you got to get more of them up, and just trusting in that, trusting in my work ethic, and just letting it play out from, through the summer, practice into the games.
Go ahead, Parth.
This is for Penny or the players, but Penny, you in particular talked about you were worried about the wear and tear on your team, especially with 3 games in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Today it looked like y'all, had every bit of gas in the tank still left, even after yesterday's UConn win. What did it take to kind of have that win and turn back around and play the way you played today?
Yeah, we're just blessed, man, to have a great group of young men. God bless us with this opportunity to have this great team. These young men, they need all the credit because we push them really hard. And even though they don't like it all the time, they respond. And right now you're seeing the response. Like Reese said, they put in so much work. These guys live in the gym. And it's just when it's time to compete, they get up to compete. Like yesterday was a game that could have drawn all the energy out because it was a really tough game. Come back today to have that level of intensity again, offensively and defensively, just says a lot about them. And I just thank God to have these guys on my team.
This question is for the players. With such a quick turnaround, what was Penny's couple points of emphasis to make sure you guys had a good game against Michigan State?
Really just staying locked in, just the whole first and second half, just being us really, the Memphis way, and just out-toughing them. It's really been the motto.
PJ, just one more directed to you. I mean, look at you. I think you had like 9 rebounds. There's something about. I mean, you're shooting. Everybody pays attention to, but that part of your game. What's drawn you to be able to be that kind of all-around player, in addition to your ability to score?
I just try to do whatever's needed to win the games. I try to find the spots for the rebound. Coach said today was going to be a big rebounding day for the guards, so I was able to get in there. Our big man boxed out well, so I was able to get in there and get some big-time rebounds.
PJ or Tyrese, when Dane and Musa both foul out with a significant chunk of time left, does that change your mentalities at all?
I mean, you for sure got to get down there and get physical. I think that's obvious that our main 2 centers are out of the game, and you got to step up. But, I mean, we're going to be prepared for it. I think our whole mentality coming into the game was just being physical, hitting, boxing out. And I think they got probably like 1 dish in late in the game, so just trying to adjust quick.
And then what's Memphis has been here 6 times, I think, something like that, and they've never made the championship game. What sort of attitude are you guys taking into tomorrow? I know you don't know who you're playing yet, but what's your mindset going into tomorrow?
Just stay locked in like the last 2 games. Trusting the coaching staff, the game, the scout that they're going to give us. Of course, take care of our bodies physically, mentally, stay well put together. And just honestly, just go out and be us. I think we're confident enough to just play our game and just go out there and try to win.
All right, we'll let Tyrese and PJ take off. Go get back with your team. Any questions for Coach?
Hey, Penny, yeah, just wanted to follow up asking about Tyrese. He's obviously having his best three-point shooting he ever has, 12 in the last 2 games. What was attractive to you when you were looking at adding him in the offseason out of the transfer portal? And again, can you sort of speak to the work that he's put in and being able to build these performances on such a big stage?
Yeah, what attracted me to Tyrese was his freshman year. Iowa State played us in Brooklyn, and he demolished us. He just really had an unbelievable game as a freshman, and I was a fan from that point on. When he got in the portal, he was the guy that I targeted. I was like, we need him. Saw him play at Texas the last couple of years. He's been through so many coaches, so many different, like going to Iowa State to play for one coach and then playing for TJ, going to Texas to play for Coach Beard and then ended up playing for Coach Terry. And he was like, I just want to get back to who I am and my roots. And I told him, if you come here, we're going to put the ball in your hands. We're going to allow you to be able to play. We knew he and PJ would be a great backcourt, so I had to sell him on that. But his work that he's putting in every day, we work on every shot that he shoots. We work on that throughout the week. And he's in the gym every day with a manager or with PJ or with Kobe Rogers. So his hard work is just paying off, man. But I've been a fan of his since his freshman year.
Penny, in the first half, obviously Michigan State, which is a team that's not known for three-point shooting, was hitting shots, and that kind of allowed them to stay with y'all. But in the second half, you kind of quickly took that away. What were the adjustments made at halftime defensively?
Yeah, we knew that at some point they were going to get hot because they're not going to shoot the ball that poorly. They were like 352nd in the nation at 20% from three as a team. Knew that wasn't going to continue. And then they're competitors. Coach Izzo, I love Coach Izzo for a lot of reasons. First of all, his heart, his tenacity, his championship status, Hall of Fame, all of that. We knew that they were going to eventually make some shots. And in the second half, we basically started staying at home more. We started wanting them to throw the ball inside because we just tried to take the pain away early and make them shoot threes, and then just so happened they did make the ones that they needed to make, and then we had to adjust at halftime with we're trying to make the ball find the post and not giving them those threes.
What year was it? It was 92 when you were here and played in came in third.
Yeah.
It was. Is there any part of you at all that's like thinking about that going into tomorrow? Like just how I think somebody else said it earlier this week, full circle, this kind of feels like you have a chance. Penny the coach has a chance to do something Penny the player never did.
It is really weird because we went to overtime against BYU, and Tim Duncan was a teammate of mine, and I think it was that year. No, it was the following year, I'm sorry. And I got my ball stolen at half court at an inopportune time, and I still remember that play. And to lose that game because I really wanted to play against Duke. I wanted to play against Bobby and those guys, and just to get an opportunity to be here now full circle, to be in the championship game as a coach, man. That's just God. I just look at it in that fashion, man, because it doesn't happen this well for a lot of people. So I'm just thankful for the opportunity for tomorrow.
Should you play North Carolina in the championship game, what does playing the exhibition game, what did you learn from that, and how can that help you?
Well, without RJ playing, we do know who they are now, what they're trying to do, because Coach Hubert does a great job. And they didn't have RJ. And that makes a huge difference because he just takes over a game. So for us, it's kind of like you really don't know because we didn't play them full strength. And Musa didn't play for us, and you really can't tell. But we do know their roster enough to know personnel better, especially the freshmen, and know how to approach tomorrow if they are to win the game.
Good.
Your team's very confident. When PJ went out yesterday and then your two bigs went out yesterday, they didn't flinch. They just mixed the man up. Where does that confidence come from?
That's just a testament of the work that we put in. We have to push harder than any team in the country because we don't really get the respect. We have to earn everything that we get. So we put so much pressure on our guys, and it's almost unfair, the amount of pressure, because we have to win early to get the respect. We can't wait late. We can't lose a game and then say, well, they'll be better by January or February, because we haven't, in everyone's eyes, we haven't arrived yet. So we have to put so much pressure on those young men, and they have the confidence. That crew is so tight that they're unified when they come to the gym, and they're ready to play when they touch the gym, and it doesn't matter who it's against.
Penny, what does it do to a psyche of a team and of young men when you go from kind of underrated, nobody's like looking at y'all, to you get that UConn win, and all of a sudden there's national commentators saying this might be a top 15, top 10 team? What's that been like these past 12, 16 hours, whatever, or 24 hours, whatever it is?
It feels good because, as a competitor, as a former basketball player that played, now a coach, you want to be a part of the rare air in the NCAA. You want to be a part of that group that they mentioned with the Dukes and the Kansases. You want Memphis' name to be there. So you got to fight, you got to grind. And that's why I have one of the top non-conference schedules every year, because we want to play the guys to kind of show who we are. And that's just all a part of it for us, man. It's just a journey. It's always constantly trying to fight to get our respect. And little by little, hopefully we're getting that. We want that attention because we work so hard. We want it. We want to be a part of that.
Did you expect to be where you are now by this point in the calendar?
I can't say that with a new team with 13 new players. I can't say I would have thought we'd be right here right now, 6-0 in the championship game in Maui with the schedule that we've already played. Those 2 exhibitions against Carolina and Alabama did help this a lot, though.
So you've surprised even yourself?
Again, I said God can do everything but fail. So I'm not ever to the point where I don't think it can happen. But it wouldn't have been 6-0 in the championship game thinking right away with a new team. You'll take this any day, though.
And then P.J. Carter again. It wasn't the difference in the game, but he hit 2 late free throws again after what he did yesterday. Having a guy like that who can come in the clutch like that.
Yeah, PJ is like a true professional. In this day and age, get a lot of young men that are ready to go when their number's called because they're over on the sideline pouting. He's not pouting. He's locked in. He's ready. And when his number's been called, he's been ready to go in every game. So definitely, so happy for him because he puts a lot of work in, and just happy for him as well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.